Let's fucking go.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
Wonder why that's like that. 1 second, not exactly the intro I wanted. Seem to have changed this, have they? That'll do for now. Alright. Hi everyone and welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and you're very welcome back to episode number 78 of the Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to 16 scale collecting. Collecting in general. Music, TV, pop culture, artisan hair, that type of thing. So, we're going to bring in the panel here. We got myself. Sorry. We got Bob, Tiny Art Guy. We have got the long-awaited return of Ian, aka Agent Silver Fox. We have, pardon, we have Phil, Rogue One, and we have Jim, Collector. Sorry, hopefully that's all the coughing out of the way. How are you doing, gentlemen?
Really good.
All good.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Fantastic. That's listen, that's way too positive, right, for this type of show. So
Sorry.
don't be coming in here with your fantastic, right? I'm only winding you up. There is something, I think they've changed some settings in this. So if I put this on the background. Interesting, the layout seems to be different and I have no idea why. Usually we're supposed to be like full screen if that's like that. So I see if I can work this out. There has to be a reason for this. Must be something I've clicked. Anyone listening now is going to be, what is going on?
Good to have you back, Ian boy.
Cheers. Good to be back.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop up something there and you can just have a chat about it while I figure this out. Is that fair enough?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Right.
Straight into it.
Oh, next one,
Everyone
please.
wanted this. Alright guys, have a chat about this. It's 1,500 pieces. It's a Star Wars Celebration exclusive. And I think it's, yeah, what can I say? Go for it, lads, while I work this out.
Am I
If
the
I
only
was-
one that kind of likes this then?
If I was going to Japan, then I would definitely pick it up as a sort of a memento. But
Yeah.
outside of that,
I think it's kind
Too
of
many-
cool. The samurai sword,
Porcelain.
lack of, though,
yeah.
like you were saying.
Is
it's a
it-
missed
I like it.
opportunity.
I don't like the jacket, but I kind of.
No, I like- that's my
sadly,
favourite
I'm a keen- That was it. I'm a keen gardener, so I should kind of like this because I like the aces Japanese trees. But I can't like it. I just.
I like Mark's comment. It'd look good in his nan's house.
Yeah.
No, I like the jacket's called a haori that you wear over a kimono.
I see.
So
It's not leather, is it, or pleather? Is it soft material?
Maybe a
yeah,
fabric.
it's soft goods. It'll be like a nylon, I'm sure.
I kind of
Yeah.
wish they samurai'd up more of it though. Like it's just a basic design with obviously the paintwork on it. It would have been nice to have more of a samurai style, like visor or helmet to it. Would have been
What would
interesting.
have worked
Pink
well?
lenses, perhaps.
I think having a Japanese war banner would have worked well. You know, the big flags that are on the pole.
Ah, that
Yeah.
would be cool.
That would have worked.
That would
but
be pretty awesome.
It's funny. Cherry Blossoms is Lucy's favourite, and she's like me. She loves Japan. She actually named our house is called Sakura.
Oh wow.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So
That's cool. We're me and Vince are thinking of going either this year or next year for the first time to Japan, so I'm quite excited about that. Not for Star Wars celebration or anything, just to go there because it'll be awesome to go there.
Awesome.
yeah, that's the reason I'm not going to Star Wars. Well, apart from I've got quite a few trips this year, but I've been to Japan 38 times.
38 times.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Save some for the rest of us. 38 times.
So it's
And
I
counting.
used to work there, so as well.
Oh,
so-
okay,
Yes.
fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah. So if you do go, I can give you a lot of recommendations.
Nice. I'll hit you up then. That'd be cool.
But I mean, I think these are the right things to do for like exclusives at an event. So I get.
I
this,
agree with you there. Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree with you
I
there.
think
Yeah,
it works
yeah.
well for that. But when I first saw it with the Howry jacket, I just thought it, for some strange reason, Joey Tribbiani came into my mind. How you doing?
Yeah.
What with it undone, like.
Is there two versions of this, or do the two blasters and the Howry come in the one box?
Must
Yeah.
be
Do you know what I'm asking?
One.
Because someone said it was two versions, but I don't think it is. I think it's just all the stuff comes in the box. But I
You know
wonder
what,
if I
yeah,
go
box
through the
art's
end.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
there's
actually like it
absolutely, yeah. There's no way in hell I'd pick this up. I just, as a trooper collector, yeah. But I think it is the right thing to do in limited numbers. At
Yeah, and this makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the Gale and Urso, that
there
didn't
is
make
two
sense to
different
me.
ones. This one is the
there?
standard one, which is limited, and this one is the one's actually available at the event.
Oh,
When I flick through
okay.
2Ds, if you look at the logo on the bottom, there's Star Wars Celebration is nowhere to be seen on this. And then it's down here, and it's a
so
Celebration
it's harder to
exclusive.
get.
So is
Yeah,
it
you
just
get
the
the-
jacket
yeah.
that comes?
Yeah, and the cardboard backdrop, but like that cardboard backdrop's gonna be flimsy as.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be cheap.
Oh, yeah. It looks like
The
an Easter egg
porcelain
box.
troopers, the chocolate troopers, the low fat troopers. That I can't believe it's not trooper. They just don't. They really don't appeal to me at all. You could write anything. You could put like licorice, all sorts trooper. You could put like the emojis trooper. You know what I mean? It's not something that appeals to me. Like I'm not like annoyed at it or anything like that. I never. And you know, like people be saying like, of all the things they could be doing, and they do this. I never really got that, because if all the things they could be doing they did, then every single release they drop I would want, and I wouldn't be able to afford that. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's like offensive or annoying in any way. It's just like, yeah, not for me, limited, okay. But maybe I kind of agree with Ian on the point that it's probably the right way to do an exclusive, and I agree with Phil in the sense that, yeah, if I was there, maybe I'd pick it up. I don't think I even would then, to be honest.
Yeah, if I went to Japan and I saw this in like a store somewhere, I'd be like, I might take that as a souvenir for the trip. But then, even display-wise, I wouldn't put it with the rest of my stuff. Like, it'll be probably somewhere separate as like its own kind of individual thing. Is how I'd probably do it with that.
Do you know what Medicom Bear Bricks? Have you ever seen them?
No, I don't think so.
They're like these bears, these big
Oh,
plastic bears.
yeah,
they come
I
in
have
different
seen those.
sizes,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
all random designs. This what this reminds me of.
Yeah, I
In the
get
set,
that.
yeah. Do you know, so it's, yeah. I don't know. Anyone chomping at the bit for this?
No.
No.
No, I wouldn't say chomping.
Everybody, I would have thought.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Ian. It's 1,500. Fair enough. 1,500 people if they want the limited nature. I just never really got that whole thing about like if I don't like the design of something, it wouldn't matter if there was 1,500 of them or 5 of them in the world. If the design of it doesn't appeal to me, or I don't particularly like the source material, I'm just not interested whatsoever. The low limited number is not going to make me want to go out and get it. If there's something that I like if there is a triple threat out there, something that I love the source material and I love the character and I love the particular version. I really like the design of that particular character, armor or costume, whatever it is. And it happens to be limited. That's like icing on the cake, but it's not a deal breaker. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything else to say about this, or do you want me to go back to a particular
just asked-
photo? Or
I just wondered what the 7 little things were in the middle photo, on the bottom right in the middle.
oh, they're just hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just swap by hands.
Okay.
That's all.
Oh, they've
Yeah,
made
they're
them
just
really
swap
small.
hands.
Okay.
Yeah, there's really
Gotcha.
small. Yeah, so the standard edition comes with. It's the one that's not exclusive. It's exclusive, but it's not exclusive to Star Wars Celebration, which means you can probably get this outside of Star Wars Celebration like the other one. And it comes with the normal backdrop. You don't get the... Oh, the backdrop is actually on both of them. Oh, but yeah, this backdrop here says Star Wars Celebration, whereas this one doesn't. They just have the red Death Star. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's funny how... Do you know what's funny? They gave the Thirst Trap Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine a katana, which was never on screen, and a katana would not be out of place here.
Mm-hmm.
They give this guy cherry blossoms, but there's no cherry blossom base for the Red Hulk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good point.
It's a bit... Yeah, they do what they do. They release Pennywise at Christmas, what can you say? Any other closing thoughts on this, or...
I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to address the chat real quickly. Folks, thanks very much for joining us. As usual, the pinned comment in the description there is the pinned comment is the link to channel memberships. Thanks very much. If you are currently a trooper or a commander, it is greatly appreciated. We've got Rogue One Photography, obviously channel member, panel member. We got Tiny Art Guy, who is a channel member and a panel member. We got Vita, Jim's better half, who is a channel member. Thanks very much for watching, Vita. We got Thalia Meyer, all the way from Germany. We got our first super chat of the night. We got Mark Attack, €2.49. Thank you very much, Mark. A reminder for Shane to buy them all. Thanks for reminding me that, to not buy one. Mark, really is appreciated, and you're now entered into the giveaway, the competition for the Artisan Anakin Skywalker giveaway, which of course this is fitting because we will be talking about that particular figure later on, and when it will be the giveaway is and all that kind of stuff. Be Real says should be a great show. Thanks very much for being here. We got Striker47 here. Thank you very much for being here. We got Caffeinated Comic Fan, who is a channel member. We got Jose G Hernandez, who is a channel member, usually a panel member. Resident fact checker, wielder the blue wrench, and I believe he has the face-off questions emailed. He made them face-off questions tonight and emailed them to Phil, who will be our quiz master. Jordy, this man here is, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but most of it, according to the analytics, most people who watch the channel tend to be male. Jordy, I saw Jordy actually dropped, I can't remember, was it a super thanks or a super chat, but he's one of the people. I was going through all the names of the people. Just keep them very organized, folks. Don't worry if you have dropped a super chat on any of the live streams since February 3rd, or dropped a super thanks on any of the videos since then. I have recorded your name, and well, YouTube does it for me, but I'm just kind of organizing them. Boba Fettuccini, thanks very much for being here, who is a channel member as well. We've got Respect the Lore, Ryan, another channel member, and another Ryan Smith, back-to-back Ryans there. Geo, the movie canon, thank you very much for being here. Who else do we have? Mark Attack, yeah, it would look great in my nan's house, absolutely. Who else we have? We have 12-inch Moose Stream. Hello, community collectors. They call it the Nightstand Trooper. The Nightstand Trooper. I don't get that. We've got Movie Can saying hello to Vita. We have got, of course, they would have met on Jose's channel, I believe, wasn't it? I think they would have on for the Jose, or no, 16 Fix channel for Jose's show.
Yep.
We got Brandon Salad. Thanks very much for being here. Hey fellas, hope all is well. Finally able to catch a stream. Great seeing you. This guy's photography is amazing. Check out his Instagram. Thank you very much for being here. We got Stanley. Thank you very much for being here. Another channel member. Who else do we have? We got the Humble Collector UK, who is here basically every single Monday. We have got just gonna go through all this. We got Feel the Burn, channel member. Of course, we have Jim Collector, channel member and panel member. We got Dogito. That Thirst Trap Wolverine doesn't have a katana. I think you're mistaking it with the... That could be. Does the brown suit have a katana?
Brown suit does, yeah.
Does the Thirst Trap one have a katana as well? I thought it did. I'm going to have to fact check myself here. I'm just going to go off on a tangent here. This has to be done. Has to be done, folks. So if you're just joining us, we're checking Sideshow to see if there is a Wolverine that has a katana. I know there is the brown suit. Well, maybe I'm absolutely wrong on that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I do believe I'm right. Well, he's got some sort of thing he's holding anyway. Okay, I'm going to share the screen here. Now, where is the... I'm getting slow on this, man. Where is this? What is that thing he's holding? Is that not a katana? It's very small.
Oh, that's true, actually.
It's the right shape.
That
Okay,
might
I'm going to
be.
just zoom out of this. I want to know.
Yeah, that's a katana. Just looking on the Instagram now, that definitely is.
Okay. We
Oh,
won't
there we
fall
go.
out over it, Mark. We won't fall out over it. You did give me 249.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for the 249. So Blurred Dad Life is here.
Well,
I hate the new settings on StreamYard. It's not as seamless as it was. It's annoying. Right. Hello, Blurred Dad Life. Thanks very much. Who else do we have? We've got the movie canon is here. We got Jordy, of course. We've got Dublin's Devil. Dublin's Devil. Keith actually messaged me today saying, "Oh, I assume I'm winning this Artisan Anakin." He was trying to get a swap a brown envelope just so I could send him the brown shipper box and stuff like that. But no, Keith, I had to slap him back there. Absolutely not. It's not going to be it's not going to be a fix. I'm sure that you don't win it, Keith. All right. Okay. Let's talk about something else. Do you want to do the snap? No, it's too early for the snap. It's too early for the snap.
but that's the best one.
All right. Ian, what do you want to talk about?
Let's go straight into Face Off.
Straight into Face Off. Do you have the questions, Phil?
I do indeed.
Okay, so Phil, I'm going to put you up here in the middle. And we'll just leave it like that. So myself and Jim versus Bob and Ian. Can we just switch over to private chat, folks? And I'll just get the music going. So if you're just joining us, folks, you know the story here at this stage. Each team are going to get asked... Oh god, that's way too loud. Each team is going to get asked 3 questions. The first question will be, in what year did movie X get released? Second question will be, who directed the first one?
It's
Year,
released,
director,
directed, who
Okay.
played.
Cool. Let's go for it.
Anybody want to go first? Team Fox or Team Focus?
We'll let the Fox go first.
Okay, Team Fox.
Phil's a
what-
natural.
In what year did Die Another Day release?
Bob, 2002. Bob, are you okay with that?
I'm more than happy to rely on you for anything Bondian. Yeah, let's do it.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct. 2002.
Oh, good man.
Off
the
to
one
a
with the millennium,
flying start.
Millennium Dome's in that one, isn't it?
Okay, Team Focus. In what year did Live and Let Die release?
Live and Let Die.
97.
That's an old movie, isn't it?
That's still Brosnan, though, isn't it?
No, Live and Let. Brosnan did GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never
Oh
Dies.
shit! Yeah.
The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day,
And
and another one I can't remember.
what kind of?
Live and Let
decade is
Die is, and I think Live and Let Die. I don't think that was. I think McCartney wrote that song, or the Beatles, or something like that, and then it was covered by Guns N' Roses. I think that is Dalton, and I think you're going back. I think you're going back into the 80s, man. Because GoldenEye came out in 95, I think.
Yeah, because that was his first one.
I don't think it's 90s. I think it's 80s.
I think you're right because that song sounds very 80s. Just playing it back in my head. Early 80s or late 80s? That's the question.
I think it's
Gonna be early. Early to
I
mid.
think it's late 80s.
You
Guns
reckon?
N' Roses. I think it's Appetite for Destruction around then, but I think Appetite for Destruction is actually in the 90s. But I could be absolutely wrong on the Guns N' Roses thing, but I'm pretty sure they covered it. It's not their song.
Maybe you're right. Actually, they're not that different in ages either, Brosnan and Dalton, are they? Should we hazard a guess?
I'm gonna go late 80s.
87.
Yeah, go 1987. Final answer.
Final answer. I kind of get where the confusion's coming in because of the Beatles and the Guns N' Roses element, but it wasn't Guns N' Roses that sang Live and Let Die.
Damn it.
Can I tell them the answer?
You can.
No.
1973.
Oh.
Is it 73?
Yeah.
Jeez, we weren't even close.
Wow.
Well done,
And-
Ian. Correct.
Okay,
We did the
did,
Bond
did
episode.
the Beatles
What's
write
going
that
on?
song? Or did McCartney write that song?
Paul McCartney and the Wings.
Okay, so Paul McCartney wrote the song. Did Guns N' Roses cover it?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, they did. They did.
We were out by 15 years. Okay.
Yeah, just a few.
Alright, let's move on. We can't win them all.
Okay, 1-0 to Team Fox. Team Fox, who directed the 2001 film Spy Kids?
Absolutely no idea.
That's the movie
know,
with Antonio Banderas in it.
I know this one.
I shouldn't influence, actually. I don't know.
Spy Kids.
Mute yourself, Phil.
If they get it wrong, I know we can't steal. We're not changing. If they get it wrong, I know we can't steal. I want to have a crack at it anyway. So don't say the answer. I know we can't get points for it. We can't steal it.
You got any idea, Ian, at all?
No. I've only seen that movie once.
That's one more time than me.
I have no idea. Hey,
I was obsessed with this film as a kid.
trying to think that kind of genre. Who would direct that?
Wasn't like Zemeckis or someone like that era. Later than that.
Sure. You take a pop at it, Bob. I'm not sure.
We'll go for Zemeckis, saying no idea, just plucking someone out of the air.
Final
And
answer?
Shane looks confident. Yeah, even though I'm looking at Shane's face, I know it's wrong. He looks
Shane?
excited.
Shane, what's the correct answer?
Okay, I don't know the correct answer. I'm gonna have a stab. I know we can't get points here. So are you confirming that they've got it wrong then?
They have got it wrong.
Okay.
Oh.
I think the director who directed this, for some reason, I think later on in life, they had a hit with a really, really gritty movie. I think it's the guy who directed Joker 1, and is that Todd Phillips? Who directed the first?
Direct Joker.
Okay, Grant. So it's not that then, but I think whoever directed Spy Kids later on in their career had a hit with a really, really gritty, kind of almost out of character movie. Who's the?
The correct answer is Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez.
Ooh.
Sure, he would have done like Sin City and Desperado, no? Or am I even close there? I
I'll
have to
take
give
your
him
word
that.
for it on that one.
Robert Rodriguez.
Wasn't Sin City Snyder?
I think he was. Was he not a producer on it?
Don't know.
Yeah, Sin City, a Dame to Kill For. Is that the second one? He did Alita.
That was a good
but
film.
I don't think it's the movie. I don't think it's what I was. Wait. Oh God, he did Planet Terror. Dusk Till Dawn. Desperado. Yeah, he did Desperado. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay,
So
still
still
1-0
1-0.
to Team Fox. Okay, Team Fox, who played Foggy Nelson in the 2003 film Daredevil?
wait. Didn't you
We
just?
didn't get our question, did
wait,
we?
yeah, we didn't get our question yet because.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do apologise.
Okay. So
It's because you
That-
threw me there because you answered it.
no, you're right. No, yeah,
Um,
that's my fault. So that is still their question then.
That is still their question.
Yeah, because we don't know the answer to that, so that's their question.
Do you want me to allow them to answer so they haven't got time to think now? And then I'll ask you your two back to back?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So guys,
Sorry, Phil.
Who-
Can you
who
repeat the
played-
question?
yeah, sure. Who played Foggy Nelson in the 2003 film Daredevil?
I don't know.
I can't even picture the face. Jeez.
I can't picture the character, Ian. Can you? Can you remember what was it?
No,
I'm assuming it's an
can't.
older bloke.
I know who Foggy is, but I don't recall.
The only Foggy I know was on Last of the Summer Wine.
Um, I honestly don't know. I can't recall. Can't recall from the movie.
Do you want to pick out an actor you know that's quite old?
Quite old.
It's
Well,
going
I
to be
think the
somebody.
film's been 20. He's got to be 40.
It's somebody similar age to Ben Affleck.
I hate that you're saying 40 is quite old. Meanwhile, Jim is there with not a wrinkle on that little face of his. Like,
Got a while to go, yeah.
I think I'm probably the
Only
oldest.
7 years. Only 7.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
We don't know,
nobody
Phil.
want to hazard a guess?
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, lads.
Yeah. No, honestly, I have no. I haven't got the foggiest.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, that was, yeah, I like that.
So, final answer?
Yeah,
Yep.
Samuel Jackson.
John.
Who is it?
It's John Favreau.
All right,
Oh,
okay.
Really?
Oh.
Okay, if you're just joining us, there's 51 people watching live. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Myself and Jim, we're about to go sit mode. All right, go for it. Right, come
Okay,
on.
so it's
Let's
1-0, but obviously you guys have got 2 questions left. So, who directed the 2015 film The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
It's Guy Ritchie. What do you think, Jim?
It'll be that kind of style, so yeah, I'd go with you on that.
Final answer?
That's what my gut says. Final answer, go for it.
1-1.
Oh, he shoots, he scores! Yes!
Well done.
Oh, I think
Sorry, inappropriate clip.
Okay, final question for Team Focus. Who played Lara Croft in the 2018 film Tomb Raider?
that's a good question.
I know this. I'm
I'm only taking
think-
correct pronunciations.
Oh God, I think it's. I think it's. Is it Vikander? Is it, what's her first name? Is it Alicia Vikander?
Final answer?
I mean, I'm good with that. I can't think of anything. I only saw that film once.
See, I'm torn between her and Anna de Armas, but I don't think it was Anna. De
I don't
Armas.
think it's Anna de Armas, no. She was quite new.
I think it's Vikander, and I can't remember her first name. Is it? I think it's Letitia or Alicia Vikander. I'm going to go with Alicia Vikander.
Final answer.
Seconded.
It's the comeback of 2025.
Wow.
Well done. You were correct.
I love it when I don't have to wear.
We did, Jim. We did.
I'll be
well done,
ashamed
lads.
of
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Okay.
Well done,
Jim.
lads. And cheers
done,
for the
good
questions. Cheers
Okay.
for the questions, Jose.
Right, back to. I'm telling you, man.
Thanks,
Sit
Jose.
mode. Sit mode. That's what it was. All right. So we will get rid of that music for starters. Do you know what? While I'm sorting out all this crap, I'll put up another figure there. We've so many things to talk about, folks. So I just may as well.
Last week was crazy.
Yeah, this is it's actually insane. So I'm just gonna share something else. So all right. So let me see. Okay, we may as well go into one of the big ones. A lot of people are here for this. So yeah, folks. Daredevil.
Yeah.
From the Netflix TV show has been put up for pre-order from Hot Toys. So this is the Daredevil 1/6 scale collectible figure from the Disney Plus Marvel TV show Daredevil Born Again. Now folks, please, no spoilers. I have not seen it. I'm going back watching the Netflix season. I've finished season 1. I'm rewatching season 2. Don't think I ever watched season 3, but I'm gonna get this watched over the next 2 weeks. So yeah, folks, give us your thoughts on this. There's surely people on the panel are really excited about this. You can just chat away while I fix all these music and stuff, folks.
I think me and Jim are.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not the biggest, most knowledgeable person on Daredevil. I got into him with the Netflix show, so my knowledge of him is largely that, and I guess Ben Affleck, right? I'm really enjoying this season so far. I think it's quite good. Matt Murdock, just in and out of the suit, is fantastic as well. He's a really good character, so I think this is something that I'm strongly considering. I think it looks fantastic, and that Murdoch head sculpt as well. I mean, absolutely fantastic. And I saw a hilarious comment. Someone was like, "What? No rolling eyeballs on this one?" And and they were like, "Well, he won't really move it much because he's blind." I was just like, "Oh shit, that's a good point. I didn't think of that."
Such a horrible person, Jim.
I know, it's just terrible, isn't it? It's just terrible.
It
But
is
like-
the first thing that came to mind, though, is no rolling
But
eyes.
The
This is
first
what we
thing I
used to
thought
do.
was he has a real dead stare, but I was like, wait a second, that's exactly how he should look if he's blind, like, you know. And I was like, okay,
Exactly.
they've captured that, like, so yeah.
Exactly that.
I'll flick through some of these photos for you while you keep chatting away, guys.
No, it looks nice. Proportions look good. The accessories look quite nice. I forget what these weapons are actually called. I hope that's articulated as well.
This is called a skipping rope.
A skipping rope. I hope the skipping rope's articulated. Yeah, I hope
Billy
it's wired.
sticks. Are they Billy sticks?
Billy sticks.
No
I
idea.
just want to say nunchucks, but it's not the right thing.
Absolutely no idea.
I
yeah.
think you. Well, just to repeat what Jim said, really, I think the proportions there, the head sculpt, I think is really, really good, really strong. I like the fact it comes with, I think it comes with 2 masks as well, doesn't it? There's one of them for the broken horn. I don't know if that's just a display thing.
I think you're
Not quite
right.
sure.
Yeah.
But even the angry faceplate there, I think it's phenomenal.
I'm glad they included that. So you've got both options, and even the stand for the helmet. I think it's quite a nice little accessory that they've added in as well.
I really like the design of this.
Yeah, I see Philly's comment there. I'm the opposite. I actually like the mask and the pattern, the texture that's on it. That's one of the best things about this for me. But yeah, and same with Jose. I think the DD on the chest would have been better, but it looks good.
Does he have that in the show? I can't remember.
No, I think it's comic book, isn't it?
Aye.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
I've
I
only
know,
seen up to episode 3, so
I know a lot of collectors have raved about
Like
getting
that.
them with the 2Ds on the chest.
They'll show that later in the
double D on.
season.
I like to see double
And
D on
then-
the chest as well, but there we go.
Yeah.
I knew that was
Oh,
coming
Phil.
as I knew that was coming as soon as But the double D's on the chest. I still sound like I'm going to make a joke now. I don't know. Can I ask this without spoiling? Like, he doesn't have them here. No, actually, don't tell me. Because I saw something recently, and I was like, is that from now, or is that from season 2 or whatever? I still don't know, so I prefer not to know. I'll just watch and find out. So
Let's fucking go.
So we have a super chat from Keith Connolly at €2.49. New subscriber here from Australia, where they're using euros. Keith, well done, genius. So Keith wants 2 entries. That's what he wants. So you've been caught, Keith. Yeah,
Clever.
yeah. Because someone put like I think a $2 super chat, and then like later on goes put in another $2 super chat. In fairness, they did ask like multiple entries, but there isn't multiple entries. It's just one per person, or one per account. You know, so yeah. Keith, you're just causing absolute chaos here. So figurecraft, but then again, like if you're out there and you're like, okay, let's say your name is like Peter, and your YouTube handle is @Peter1983. You could probably just go @Peter1984, @Peter1985, and I'd have no way of knowing. You'd put 2 and 2 together, but like, yeah, am I really going to look into that much? Probably not. Keith, thanks very much for the €2.49 super chat. But like, I can't believe they're using euro. Then again, there's enough Irish in Australia. There probably are euros at this stage. We've got Figurecraft in here. Chan member, thank you very much. I think I'm going to skip through this because all of these comments here are all to do with the face-off. I threw in that Alicia Vikander question just for you, Shane. Same actor says Ex Machina. Oh yeah, she is your one in the yeah, she's the I actually don't want to spoil it on anyone, but she is indeed. The pattern on the mask bugs me. Other than that, great. I actually like the pattern on the mask, but then again, I'm not a hardcore Daredevil fan. Boba Fettuccini says, I was just about to hit the pre-order button for Daredevil. Then I thought I don't want to get Wolverine on it, and I think I'll wait a bit to see if there's a bitch and battle damage version coming. And all right, okay, so you haven't pulled the trigger on this, and you're going to wait for another one. Okay, fair enough. Feel the Burn is waiting for the red suit with the D's in the chest. Keith here, all the way from Australia. We know you, Keith. We know who you are. We know who you are. Who else do we have? Yeah, see, this is him now. See, causing absolute chaos. So, out of all the people in the channel, there's 5 people on the panel. Who is definitely getting this?
I think I just convinced myself to in the stream. To be honest, while
I'm
talking about it.
90% sure, I think.
I don't think the head sculpt's all the way there, though. I think it's good.
The thing
No,
is,
I think it's pretty spot on.
I know he is deadpan looking because of his blindness and what have you, but I think that's what throws her off.
You know, Charlie Cox is not actually blind, though.
Yeah.
He just acts blind. It's really good.
Clever that.
Yeah.
You could stick him on like a custom body and put him in your No Way Home display.
That must be difficult though to not just move. I wonder how many
Yeah.
takes where he moves his eyes and he has to redo the whole thing.
Yeah. But like, if you look at, I watched John Wick 4 again the weekend, or I don't know, last week or something, and it's funny how Kane, I don't think the glasses look right. Kane, that character, what's your man's name? That actor who plays Kane, and he's in Rogue One as well.
Chirrut,
Chirrut Emway he plays. Oh god, what's his name? Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen.
Like, it's funny how like two of his most iconic roles, or he's blind in both of them. Like, so this, yeah, I actually like the texture, Philly. But then again, like, I'm not the guy who reads a bunch of Daredevil comics or anything like that, and I'm just not really, you know, I'm a very, very fair weather fan, but I actually like the texture. I think it adds something to the suit. But let's say if you're just hoping for a more comic accurate suit, and if that texture is on the comic, I don't know if it is or not. Oh, I see what you mean about the kind of the helmet holder with the D underneath. That's clever. Surely that's on purpose. Surely that. Yeah, Sure, wasn't that in the trailer?
I think so. I think that's part of the show.
Yeah.
But that's quite cool. I do like that.
Yeah, I really want to watch this now, but I just feel I need to watch the Netflix ones first. I know people say that you don't. It's not a direct continuation, but I want to be in the know and get the little references and Easter eggs if there are any. I think this looks great, but I don't love the character enough to get it. That's just a skipping rope, man. Say what you want. I don't care. It's a skipping rope. He's about to bang out some nursery rhymes, like, no question. So Jim's getting it. I'm not. What about Phil and Ian?
Come on, Phil, do it.
Shut up, Jim.
Join me.
Yeah, no, I'm holding off on this one. I've got the blind vigilante, Daredevil, but I want the double Ds. So
we know you do.
At the moment, I'm gonna hold off for the time being, but this could end up in my collection at some point.
Okay, right. Just get some basics out of the way here. So, thanks to the 51 people watching live, greatly appreciated, and thanks to you if you are one of the 4,607 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer to 5k, folks. Be great if we get there before the summer. Shout out to our channel members. We have the pink ones are the gifted channel members, which were gifted a few weeks ago by Dave X-Man Supreme, Loki Collector, Keith Lee, Field of Burn, Malika Bane, and Pete Photography and Collectibles. And then, of course, to the Troopers tier, we have Yomo, Shiny Lieutenant, Venus, Big Rib, the Ben Thomas Show, Caffeinated Comic Fan, Dogito, Stanley Vita, Tiny Art Guy is here in the panel as well, Figurecraft, saw him in the chat, Blair Dad Life, I think I saw him in the chat as well, and so is 16 Shooter, Figures and Fandom, Howard Potts, Ian aka Agent Silverfox, Jose G. Hernandez, who did the questions for us there, Brian Wong, Eddie Money Mendes, Jim Collector is here with us as well, Lancelot's in Air Corner, Mike L. and Ryan Smith. So they are the Troopers tier, and of course the Commanders tier have their YouTube handle displayed at the end of all of the unboxing, reviews, live streams, pre-order previews, release reaction, and basically all the long form content like this. So, new videos on the channel, my unboxing and review of the Jazz Inc. 1989 Batmobile. Spoiler alert, I like it a lot. And then the my thoughts, reactions video to the Anakin Skywalker, the Artisan Anakin Skywalker. Yes, that I will be giving away to one lucky viewer. Not tonight, but I'll explain when it is. Basically, we're going to wait until it's released and Sideshow ship it. Could be a while. And then when they ship it to me again, could be a while. I'd say it'll probably be start of the summer. It all depends on Sideshow, really. So, to enter the giveaway, I've explained the date. We don't know yet. It's to be confirmed. So it's released now. That's step one. Then Sideshow have to get it to me, and then we will give you plenty of notice. We will tell you what live streaming on, etc., etc. How to enter? Drop a super chat on any live stream from the 3rd of February, basically from now until we give it away, or drop a super thanks on any of the videos. That's basically the video equivalent of a super chat. Or be a channel member on the night of the giveaway. Simple. There are no multiple entries. I understand people may set up other... I don't know why you'd really go through the trouble, because it's a slim chance you're going to win anyway. Like, it has to go to someone. Someone is going to be getting a brand new inbox Artisan Anakin Skywalker. They're limited to 4,000. I paid for it out of my own pocket. Someone is going home with it. Someone is going to be getting this when the time comes. We're going to give it away. It could be you, but the whole multiple channel thing, I can't really police that. I just have to go with whatever. I will be verifying though. I will be verifying. I have a way of verifying as well that the person who I have to link the person's YouTube. I've a way of verifying that the person who dropped the super chat or whoever it is, that I've a way of verifying that the thing goes to the right person. Put it that way. These are the people so far. I just wanted to restore a bit of confidence in people who may have thought their super chat or super thanks has gone unnoticed, and it absolutely hasn't. So I updated this just for went live. I know I can see like Mark Attack would have dropped a super chat there, so he's going to be added in. Some lad from Australia did as well, so he's going to be added in. So the people who are entered into the duck race and the giveaway is Rogue One Photography, Valkyrie, Magnus, Jordy, Mike L, Tiny Art Guy, Dirk. I'm not going to read these all out, but they're all there. I know it's quite small, but they're all there. The people that are entered in because they dropped a super thanks in the videos, they're there as well. And the channel members, that'll be anyone who's a channel member on the night. So maybe if you want to double check that your name is there if you have dropped a super thanks or super chat between those dates. And you can always reach out to me on Instagram if you feel I've made a mistake, and I will check it. But yeah, I haven't. Okay, so what do you want to talk about, Bob? Ending there. We're going to leave the Artisan Anakin for a while. Thanks to the 50 people watching live. Anyone here who... what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's go for the cosplayer's dream.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's have a look at that. Where was that? Here it is. Okay. We don't have a price on this yet. Would that be correct? I don't think we have a price on this yet.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Not seen it.
Is it up for PO yet? It's not. Well, obviously, no price.
No, I checked beforehand. I didn't think so. So, this is the life size. So this is the Hot Toys life size 1-to-1 Grogu collectible figure. They usually say 1-to-1, but now they said life size. It's interesting that they rebranded that. It does come with the satchel. Even Indiana Jones had a satchel, and it's not the Mandalorian satchel though. It's actually the satchel from Season 1, I think, when the Scout Troopers had him, because it has the Imperial markings. They seem to have done better with the seams. You've got a little bit of rooted hair there. I will say that I thought the Sideshow one looked a little bit more lifelike, and maybe got the likeness a bit better, but from what I heard, it was a glorified statue. I really liked the prototype images of the original Hot Toys Grogu, but when it came out, I understand it has seams on the ears and it had a problem with the articulated jaw. Some of them were tearing. I think if you left it open for long periods of time, it was open. I think it was open. Yeah. But the biggest complaint I have about it was the prototype images looked quite well, but when it came out, I felt it looked a bit cartoony. I really didn't think it was a particularly good likeness. Yeah, it looked like Grogu, fine. Yeah, he's green, he's got the ears, he's small, I get that. He's wearing a potato sack, fine. But the likeness, I don't think it was the same as the prototype. I thought it was very cartoony or animated looking when it actually came out. This one does look very realistic, but I hope they don't make the same mistake for the people that actually want this. You can see there on the bag as well, it has those kind of like Imperial, the red and white squares, or whatever they mean. Probably usually some sort of rank if it's on the Imperial uniforms. But yeah, you're right, a cosplayer's dream. What do you think, Bob?
Yeah, exactly that really. I mean, people are going to carry this around in the bag at conventions, aren't they? So if they can market it to the right people, I think, I'm thinking like the 501st and there's a huge number of Mandalorian cosplayers, isn't there? Especially in the States, with all the different, colour schemes, and they'll lap this up. In terms of Hot Toys collectors, I imagine be as popular as the previous ones. You either love Grogu or you don't. It doesn't sort of fit in with a 1/6 collection, but to me it looks the best one today. I think the eyes look, from these shots, the most realistic in terms of not like a plastic toy. It's difficult to see from photos, but it's like he's got 10% glaucoma. There's like a slight deficiency, shall we say, from the usual doll's eyes, which I think will make it more endearing.
As in, you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
I do. No, I think it's a good thing. But it's difficult. You want to see, as we do with anything, see it in hand. But If it looks like that, I think it will. I think people will be very happy.
Yeah, they've kind of nailed what the way it's supposed to look like from the whatever they use, and I presume they use a mix of CGI and animatronics. I presume like in certain scenes there actually is some sort of like a puppet. Do you know?
Keith has to get this so he can punch it in the face.
Of course he did, yeah, because he's a scout trooper. Actually, this would be perfect for Keith, wouldn't it? Because the Mandalorian's like, if they get it, I don't think he ever threw the satchel around him in season 1. Do you know what I mean? So like if you have a Beskar Mandalorian, if you're part of the 501st or whatever, and you wanted to get this as an accessory, it would be great, but like they're very particular. They are particular about their attention to details, and technically he shouldn't have that strip. Do you know?
They'll weather the bag, won't they? That's what they'll do. They'll customize the bag to match their whatever their outfit is. You know, if they're in a red Mandalore outfit, they'll somehow. This bag is going to be it looks like a sort of canvas bag that
it's like a record
you get anywhere. So in terms of, I think you could dye it, put stuff on it. People are personalised that, I think. Don't know.
It came out of nowhere though. This came out of nowhere, didn't it? Though, like, you know, this is not. It wasn't on anyone's bingo card, you know.
It's not even exclusive, is it, to the Star Wars show or anything?
No, it's just a Grogu. I like Grogu though. I think
cute.
When he came on the scene, everyone loved him, and then like people got bored of him real fast. But like, you know, E.T.'s been going strong for like 40 years, so I actually really like the character of Grogu, and I think we owe a lot to, you know, bringing people back in, and the Mandalorian. You know, it was when you first watch the first episode of the Mandalorian, you think this is just like, you know, this guy's a cold-blooded killer. He doesn't care about anything, and then you just see this, like, he didn't realize that the thing he was told to hunt and kill was like essentially just a kid. And a really cute kid, so it just kind of showed there's a bit more depth to him. Then I think it made the show more interesting overall, to be honest. Like, but I do think they should have given him away at the end of season 2. They probably should have ended Mandalorian at the end of season 2. It would have been just a perfect ending. I don't think there's any need to go on any further.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that.
Like, season 3 was a letdown. And
the Boba Fett stuff was good.
Pardon?
The Boba Fett stuff, his where he took over the book of Boba Fett, that was pretty good.
Oh, that was great. That was
yeah.
Mando's season 2.5. They were the best bits about Boba Fett. There was like a serious quality. If you could draw a graph, the book of Boba Fett, the standard would be low, and then there'd be like a heartbeat spike for episode 5 and 6, and then it would kind of not completely fizzle off for the last episode, but it'd be stronger than the first 4.
Yeah, because you might as well finish it.
Yeah. I do want to see the movie. But I'm hoping the movie is the standard of 1 and 2, and not the standard of season 3, and just kill him off, Mando like.
No,
they're not going to kill off Grogu. Like, that'd be like killing a dog. You just dogs don't get killed in movies unless it's John Wick, and that's it.
Alien Free.
Trivia question.
The thing as well.
The thing.
Yeah, that's sitting right over there.
Okay. Dogs don't get killed by humans. Dogs get killed by monsters, and that guy from Game of Thrones was an absolute monster. Yeah. What do you think, Ian?
Not much more else to say apart. In terms of aesthetics, it's too clean looking for me. I'd like to see a bit weathering on it. I think then it'd be less toy-like. Just the satchel, just a little bit grime on it. Same with Grogu. The little so-and-so's been through a lot, so he's
the little so-and-so.
He's got to have some weathering on his cloak. But yeah,
battle damage version.
This is definitely not for me. But if I was getting it, then I would be weathering this up.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Anyone on the panel keen for this?
I hope the hair comes out tidy out of the box.
It'll have too much product in it.
Yeah, and it'll look darker and like an 80s hair metal band.
It's the sort of hair that I could probably work with.
And again, telling you, it'd be cheaper than going to Turkey.
True.
You know? Just wanna we seem to have a few super chats there. So we have what this is just all over the shop. We got a £5 super chat from Rogue One Photography. Get your refunds because there is only one winner here. I'm telling you, it'll be a fair competition, folks. That's what we're doing. Don't mind Phil. He gets no. I'm kind of thinking. I hope you don't win now, Phil, because questions will be asked. That's the second week in a row.
If we don't win, we can claim a refund. Then is that?
No, absolutely not. I won't be refunding anyone shit. I'm telling you that. Tough luck. I don't be giving out refunds. I've made that quite clear. So then we actually have another super chat as well. Do we have this here now? From I must be the member with the least support to win. Support won't
got
matter.
two in order already.
Support won't matter. It's the algorithm and your duck will matter, man. So the duck will either win or he won't. So doesn't matter who's cheering you on or wants you to win. It's gonna be fair. Thanks very much. Appreciate super chat.
I'll be bringing some bread.
Yeah. Well, your duck's gonna get drug tested anyway. To be honest, Mando scouts are different fellas. You figure experts should know that. Yeah, absolutely. Which one is the one in the original trilogy? I don't think the mask, the helmet, actually closed properly. And then is it that in Mandalorian they actually do? Would that be right?
I think so.
There's
There's a
little difference
there's a
on
gap.
that. Yeah.
Just push him in a paddle chain. He'll look like one of them. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Got a bit of sand on there. So, Mandy Burton, a huge Bo-Katan fan. So season 3 was A's for me. Oh, I think the thing that you liked about season 3 was just one of. I have a list. Just one of the things I didn't particularly like about it. I don't know. I thought Disney kind of. The show is called The Mandalorian. It's about the Mandalorian. Now, not that Mandalorian. It's about the other Mandalorian. It's like, so you're having trouble with the actor back there, are you? Like, it's trying to future-proof themselves. It's the chat's reading like a list of things I didn't like actually. Lizzo and Jack Black 2-pack. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. So it's all lighting. Could be. I think I should be the winner as I'm like the only female contestant. No, here we don't see gender here, folks. It's just we only see ducks. The ducks will run, and that'll be it. We'll try to make it as fair as possible.
Gender neutral ducks.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be non-binary ducks, and they'll all be tested for ducks. Oh, sorry, I mean drugs. Yeah. So
where's this conversation going?
Yeah.
Drug testing ducks, man. Wow.
I have to check out though, like how many ducks can you have in the duck race? Like, because that's a good point earlier on, Phil. It might have to be just a boring old, names in a selector thing, spin the wheel type job.
You could just drag it up for weeks and have like.
Financially, that would be great for me, but I kind of, when it gets shipped to me, whatever day if it gets shipped to me, let's say it gets shipped to me on 27th of April, then the next Monday, it'll be given away, So, okay. Does anyone have anything to add on this? Any strong feelings there for or against this, or anyone actually keen on it?
Nah.
Not really.
Okay.
Nah.
It's more of an accessory than something to add to the
It'd be cool to
collection,
have, but yeah, I agree with you, Phil. I think it's kind of an accessory. I don't know where I'd put it either.
You could just hang. You
Round-
could just hang
round your
this on
shoulder.
like a clothes.
Yeah,
a
just wear it
clothes.
to
Just
work.
put it in the. You could put it in the.
A hook. You could put this on
closet.
a coat hook.
Yeah.
You just sit in there and not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I'm telling you, people really want that Anakin, folks. People really want that Anakin. For the non-binary ducks, quack. Thanks very much, Boba Fettuccine, for the $5 super chat. Pretty sure you'll you'll be in the giveaway anyway. So, and if you weren't now, you definitely are now. So, thank you very much, much appreciated. All right, so let's take a look at something different. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, will we just take a look at Ahsoka? Why not? Came out today. And you remember the price on this? Anyone pre-ordered this? Who wants to jump in?
I didn't pre-order it, but I ordered it this afternoon.
Nice.
You're very impressed?
Came out looking good.
Yep, it looks fantastic. Head sculpt's really good.
Yeah, the head sculpt is fantastic. Way better than the
The
original. I think.
musculature on his body as
Don't
well.
say that.
Those
Sorry.
delts.
She looks jacked as well. Like that shoulder, there's a
Yeah.
lot of muscle going on there in that shoulder. She doesn't be
Seen
skipping.
it
I hope
outrageous.
I hope they've solved the elbow issue as well.
Yeah.
I never
This one.
experienced that issue on the original.
I haven't, but
Mine's
if I'm
fine.
honest, I've never bent her arms. So
Did you not? I did.
I've never bent her arms. No.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, they haven't broken, but I can 100% see why they would. They're very,
Yeah.
very stiff. They're very hard to bend the elbows. I'm actually, can I see from here? Oh no, she's got the
I
robe
think
on.
it's common with seamless bodies, right? For at the old way, because I had a Damn Toys figure Ada Wong, and she split here just because you get the metal bit poking through from it.
Is it because, you know, when you have like seamless arms and there's a joint inside there, is it because sometimes people are maybe bending the elbow and not in the right plane they're supposed to be? Do you know where you
Yeah.
can't see the hinge?
Yeah.
Is it possible
Yeah.
that could happen?
Yeah, potential.
Because I don't know. It's I'm just very careful with it, but I have bent the elbows, but was really, really careful. I'm trying to feel around that I'm actually bending the hinge on it the way I'm
Philly,
supposed to. But even then, they're very stiff. They're very stiff.
Philly makes a good point there about potentially using the face plates on the older version. Now that's making me more tempted to get this because if I
I'm
can
going to wait
swap-
until someone sees if they fit in first.
Oh yeah, 100%. But if it does, you've basically got two Rosario Dawsons rather than one and a half, haven't you? Potentially.
Mandy given a very good tip there. Warm them up with a hairdryer and bend them a few times, supporting both sides. Yeah, that's
Good shout.
100%. Very flimsy and they're very tight. So Jose is saying, does Vita count as a double entry for Jim? And then Jose is saying, that's rude, we're not the same person. Yeah, see? You put right back in your box there where you were, the fact checker.
I knew I could just leave her to that.
Yeah. It's just careful. Like he didn't know what he got himself in for there, so you'll have to see it. Can I just want to, do you know what? When people have like a figure comes out they're not interested, it's so much easier to say, oh, this is crap, when you're not interested in it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like I have the 1.0 version of this because the episode of The Mandalorian where she appeared, you know how passionately I've spoke about that in the past. I think it's one of the best pieces of Star Wars content I've ever seen. So, you know, when I look at that, that's what it reminds me of, and that's what I see. I have to say though, like, this is a better likeness. You know, this is a better likeness to Rosario Dawson. Like when I turn around, and I see Ahsoka there. Like it is Ahsoka. It has she's posed up with the poncho. The poncho looks, the oversized hood looks really cool with the Leikus coming down. She's got a CCFL and she has the lantern. It looks fantastic and it just embodies parts of that episode. So, like, I'm not going to commit to this because I simply did not like the Ahsoka TV show. And even part of her portrayal bothered me. But I recognize it is a superior sculpt. And, I prefer the look of that and I prefer the source material of the original. But I prefer the head sculpt on this. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah. Same, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page as you. I prefer the outfit design. I like the darker outfit from the Mandalorian series as well. But this is good. They killed it with this. They really did.
yeah, I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
Ian, would you consider CCFLs or Neo LEDs for this? Be very easy to hide the wires with all that bagginess going on.
Yeah, I think probably I'll look at the neon ones for this.
Yeah, pretty
Just
good.
on that faceplate, I still don't like that snarly.
That looks so good there.
But yeah,
Now you'll have to buy 3 CCFLs, new LEDs. That looks. Are you getting Sabine, Ian?
no. So
That looks so good.
for Star Wars, I sold quite a bit, and I'm focusing on everything that links to the OT, so Rogue One and hopefully Andor Season 2, and obviously the OT. But because I've got some others like Maul, I'm going to create just a random Star Wars shelf of characters that I like, and Ahsoka fits that. So I sold the first version of
To me?
Ahsoka. Yep,
You sold
to
it to
Bob,
me?
and
Yep.
it's a great figure. I do prefer the outfit over this one. I do like it feels a bit more of that Japanese feel to me. But the head sculpt on this is really good.
Yeah.
That's what sold it for me.
These here look incredible. And you know what? That base is very simple, but I like it. I'd be very tempted if I was getting these 2 figures to pose it exactly like this.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
Mhm.
That's cool.
That Sabine figure's grown on me as well. Like, I just like the armor design on it, and it just looks really nice in figure form.
See, it does look great, but the character, I didn't like Sabine in the Ahsoka
I'm with
show.
you on that. I preferred her in Rebels, not so much
Yeah.
in Ahsoka. Rebels, she was better.
Yeah.
This is funny. She's not happy.
I dare you to laugh at her when she looks at you like that, Shane.
Yeah, no.
It
Well,
actually looks
yeah.
like Lucy when she sees 5 figure boxes arrive at the door.
Yeah. That's what the postman says when he opens the door for the signature.
I do like that they've given you two face plates, because you got an expressive one and a neutral one, but I think, yeah, the neutral one is definitely better in terms of likeness to Rosario. Yeah, I remember people questioning this when it first came out. Yeah. That looks really funny. That looks amazing though. It's so funny, like just one little pose, and yeah, like that looks very cool. Even like the definition on the shoulders, like it looks like an improved body.
I mean, I'm jealous. I wouldn't mind having cap shoulders like that.
Yeah. She definitely she's training with the PT.
I'm surprised they haven't posed her with folded arms, because that's what she did in.
Yeah, that's
Might be a reason.
Yeah, that'd be a test, wouldn't it?
Mm. That pose with that cloak was pretty cool, though. I liked it. What was it, a poncho? That looks pretty neat. That's probably what I'd go for. No, the one where she's got kind of the arms out to the sides. That one. That's sick. That's probably what I would do if it would fit in a detail anyway.
Yeah, you could make it fit.
Mm.
It's very good. Yeah, I think they've nailed this one. So Ian has ordered this today. Anyone else have this on PO or considering it?
I'm hoping the price drops on it, and then I could be in.
Would you get rid of your original one? You've got the Mandalorian one, yeah?
I would swap out. I'd just swap out the heads.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'd probably be picking this up, is to swap the heads.
I wonder.
Was she in this outfit? Was she on this outfit when she met Anakin in that?
No, this is after her, like...
It is, isn't it? Because I was just thinking from that
journey.
other pose, it would look cool with them together, but yeah, it's not the right outfit.
No, this is her outfit from the end of the Two Towers when she comes down the valley in the horse, remember?
After Saruman.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just realised that I actually missed a super chat. So randomly missed, and I apologise to Josh S. Entry for Artisan Anakin support for the channel. I love how like support for the channel is an afterthought. Like Josh, I appreciate the $1.99, and it's okay if you're just here for to enter. It's fine. You don't have to explain yourself, and I do appreciate the support. It's just funny because like that, like there must have been about between 15 and 20 super thanks on that last video on Friday. Like people really, really want that bloody figure. So yeah, actually that reminds me. I got another waitlist conversion.
Wow,
I did.
that's cheeky.
It's so cheeky. People aren't going to be happy, Jim. Okay, 1 second. I get rid of this thing here. So, no, it wasn't another. It wasn't another Anakin. It was the special edition of the Black Widow Artisan Edition.
Oh, nice.
But I threw it back. I threw it back in the lake. I thought people wouldn't want that for a giveaway, would they?
I think they would have.
Yeah.
I think they would have.
Well,
Yeah.
well, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. We'll see how this giveaway goes. Because all jokes aside, it's what's 420? What's how much is he? Is he 415? Anakin, dollars wise.
I mean, depends if you go by that or eBay. eBay
Yeah,
is like
true,
1600.
true. Okay, so if we just look like a reasonable. So Anakin,
I think 450 probably sounds about right.
415. So 415, and then 50 shipping to Ireland, and then customs unless I can ship it directly to the people. That's $600, man. You know what I mean? So you're essentially giving someone a $600 figure that you could have saved for $1,000, like, but or should have could have sold for $1,000. But no, this one I threw back in the water. I thought maybe people wouldn't like this, but maybe the next time I get a conversion, I'll leave it to a poll. And speaking of polls, what do you think?
Sorry, I was going to say, I thought, were you getting this anyway? Oh no.
Oh, I have it on PO.
Right,
from
okay.
Line Rock.
Okay.
Yeah. I just put up a poll. We got 37 minutes ago. We got 49 votes. Is Artisan Anakin a hit or a miss? And 73% are saying it's a hit. 27% are saying it's a miss. Okay, so we'll get rid of this anyway. What were we talking about? Ahsoka. Does anyone final thoughts on Ahsoka?
None for me.
No. Who hasn't chosen yet? Anyone want to choose something?
We've done a few figures. Should we do the snap?
Snap.
Okay.
Well, I say we've done a
Fair
few figures. It's all figures about them.
Yeah,
It's those figures I've seen on here in ages.
Yeah, we feel like we're at my actual figure show. But you know, I'm looking at all this though, like, and like if you look at the grid there, Daredevil, I'm not getting that. I'm just like the only thing that I'm actually getting here is the Deadpool. So it's kind of like.
I was thinking
we spoke about it last week.
I was just going to say, to be fair, none of them are bad figures.
No.
It's just some of them are sort of, you know, it's not my cup of tea, but it's not, not bad figures.
Yeah. So it's like Ahsoka's. Yeah, they've nailed Ahsoka. It is if you just forget about the source material, and just put up this Ahsoka the White up against Ahsoka from the Mandalorian, this one is a superior head sculpt, superior figure. But the source material then would be the opposite for me anyway. So we still have to talk about. We've done the top row. We still have to talk about Artisan Anakin. Might leave that in later on. The Deadpool battling version blogger photos. I know we spoke about the original photos, that the pre-order photos, but we'll be talking about the vlogger photos, and then we're going to be talking about the Vader. But we're going to do Snap now. So while I get the Snap ready, I'm just going to get Snap ready, and then I just want to address the chat again. So just want to address a few of these chats. So who we got? We got Mandy Burton again. Love the Ahsoka show or Rebels season 5. Yeah, I think we've got different tastes, Mandy, but that's okay. And that's kind of what we kind of want here. We want kind of differing opinions. I have started watching Rebels. Watched the first season. I don't see what all the fuss is about just yet, but I'm gonna stick with it because I hear it gets very, very good. In fairness, the last 3 seasons of Clone Wars are fantastic. So I'm hoping it's kind of standard. Fusion reactors, they do. Yeah, you're right. I get my Neo LEDs from Art 15 Custom, but I do buy a lot from Hendra in terms of the light up stuff, Iron Mans and all that kind of jazz. Who else do we have? We have a super chat.
Shane, is he based in? Sorry, I was just going to say, is he based in France?
Australia.
The R15 person.
Australia. Yeah,
Oh, Australia. Okay.
Yeah. He's
Right.
quick as well. So Humble Collector UK, that Ahsoka looks so good. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And Stanley, any snap game? We have a snap game right now. Okay. So if you're just joining us, or you're new, the snap game is basically we show two different objects. They could be characters, they could be vehicles, they could be figures, they could be whatever, and you have to choose which one gets snapped out of existence. So I'm going to put the highly anticipated, highly hyped Artisan Anakin up against some absolute belters, and we'll see just how loyal a hungry dog is. Okay, so this is not even a thing for me. Bye bye Anakin. Good luck. Snap. Dust. Philip.
You're a knob sometimes.
What did you say?
I said you're a knob sometimes.
Bastard.
Have I put you in a tight spot?
Yeah, only because I want to win the
Fuck you, asshole.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
So only because I want to win the Anakin. I mean,
Sorry, I won't interrupt you again.
you are not. No. Yeah, snap Anakin. I want the Wolverine.
You heard it, folks. If he wins it, didn't even appreciate it, and his duck was probably on drugs. Okay.
I said you could fucking unbox it if I win it.
I know. I kind of like the fact that it's brand new, sealed, unboxed.
I don't. I just want bragging rights.
Yeah. Okay. If Phil wins, there's going to be Ian is going to be in internal investigations. There's going to be a problem. Like he's going to have to investigate and going to have independent bodies coming in and kind of sorting this out. Ian, you can only have one.
Snapping Anakin. I'm so excited for this Wolverine. So
That's two.
It's an easy one.
Bob.
Yeah, same for me. Really easy, this one. Definitely Snap Anakin. That Wolverine figure is just so refreshingly new for us as collectors.
Jim, don't let me down, buddy. Do the right thing.
No, I'm going to let you down. I'd snap Anakin as well. I mean, there's options for him. This is the first suited Wolverine we've got, so
Man,
there's options for both. But yeah, no,
the famous Hot Toys Artisan line. They're like, this is like the chosen one, but people are choosing Hugh Jackman Wolverine over
Hugh
him.
Jackman carried all the Wolverine X-Men films, didn't he? The original.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Exactly. That's why he's so jacked from carrying the bloody franchise.
exactly.
Yeah, I look, prequels. I was never really the biggest prequels fan, so I would snap Artisan Anakin if I get. I don't have an interest in anyway. But look, this is so much fun. Phil, we're going to go back to you. I'm going to snap Artisan Anakin because it's not OT and this one's OT, and so I'm in so much trouble.
I'm not swearing anymore now, otherwise you're going to get demonetized. So
I think that's a myth. I think once if you drop an F-bomb or C-bomb in the first 2 minutes, allegedly you get
if that's the
demonetized.
case, then no, I'm only. It's Anakin again. Sorry.
Anakin again. Hate to see it. Ian, would you prefer an original trilogy, Empire Strikes Back, one of the greatest science fiction films ever made, or are you going to go with the Anakin?
Oh, okay, I've got Chewie on pre-order, so it's another easy one for me. Anakin, he's getting snapped.
So the hair's
what
better on
happens?
Chewie.
Well, we don't know yet, to be fair, so it's a gamble. If you snap Anakin and then Chewie comes out looking like Anakin's hair, sorry, that's not fair. I know there's people watching and they're just like fuck that prick. I'm going to set up a fake account.
Or like the Joker with all these bald patches on him.
Yeah. It is interesting though, and I've seen the point made multiple times during the week. If the only difference that we can identify between Artisan line and the rest of Hot Toys is the rooted hair, whatever you want to call it, the wool hair, and they're not nailing that, that is concerning. Because INART do it better. Like, they just do it better, and people don't like to hear that, but they do it better. Again, if you disagree with that, that's perfectly fine, but I'm just not seeing it. But
Shane, the Artisan Jack Sparrow is special. The hair's really good.
is that because maybe it's dreadlocks?
I mean, it could be, but that's also quite difficult. That the way when you see it up close, how you see the dreadlocks, it looks like real hair, and yeah, it's thick and matted, but
That's the best one I've seen so far out of all the Artisan line, though.
Yeah, from my opinion too, it is, and unlike other people's dreadlocks, it doesn't smell, so it's good.
How rude.
And accurate. Tiny art guy Bob, if you had to snap one.
This is easy for me. I've got Chewie on pre-order. He's my favourite Star Wars character, so you could put any figure that Hot Toys have ever done on the left, and I'd snap it.
Tune in next week when we test that theory on the snap that will be specifically designed for Bob the Tiny Art Guy. Yeah, you're going to regret that one. Oh, sorry. Damn it. Jim, would you snap Chewie or would you snap Artisan Anakin?
This is an interesting one. Who do you think, for the
We'll win the fight.
uninitiated, is more like iconic for Star Wars? Like people that aren't Star Wars nerds. Who do you think they'd walk in and be like, "Oh, he's from Star Wars. He is." Do you reckon it'll be Anakin or Chewie?
Chewie all day.
Especially
Yeah, I
with C-3PO hanging off his back.
Yeah.
Depends how old you are as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyone over 30 would go with Chewie.
Well, the prequel, sequel fans, like younger kids, you know, Chewie's throughout that as well. He's pretty good in those. I would snap Chewie though and keep Anakin for me. But
Ooh, okay, we have one for Anakin. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'm so tempted to use the Terminator clip, but I won't. Okay, now this one might be a bit interesting. I'm still going to snap Artisan Anakin. I know people that will rub people up the wrong way. Phil.
If both of these were in the giveaway, I think I'd be happier winning the Predator.
Really? Interesting. Interesting. Didn't see that coming now. I thought you would have snapped the Predator from Prey there.
If it was a dark side Anakin, then I would probably struggle.
Yeah. Because, like, there's no question here. Artisan Anakin. Anakin is more iconic than the Predator Prey. 100%. 100%. Now, the Jungle Hunter might be a fair comparison. The only reason I'd snap Artisan Anakin there is because I don't have it on pre-order and I don't collect prequels. It's an easier decision for me.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I thought you were going to...
I'm similar. There are certain characters in the prequels, like I've got Cody and I've got Rex. Actually, Rex wasn't in them. Cody, sorry. The dark side Anakin I'd probably get, and if they released a Qui-Gon, I'd probably get that. But outside of that, I'm not really big into the prequels, but I love the Predators. I don't own any of the Predators. And again,
where's that Jungle Hunter 2.0?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's a weird
Good
one,
question.
Yeah. Ian, I have no idea what you're going to do.
Yeah, so I enjoyed Prey, the movie, but I only want the 2.0 of the Jungle Predator.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
the only Predator I want in my collection. So for me, I'm snapping this Predator. No interest in it.
Fair enough. Oh, damn it. I keep doing that. Sorry, Bob.
You're trigger happy there, Shane.
Yeah.
It's a tough one for me. As a figure, I prefer the Predator. As an object, as a thing to display, look, it's cooler. I nearly bought the dark side, the old version of Anakin, and I almost prefer I know this one's arguably more lifelike. But I'd almost prefer that one over this one, just from the look of it, the expression. I'm not a big fan of rooted hair. So, do you know what I'm saying? I'm not sold on this one yet.
No, that's fair.
So I think I'd snap Anakin still, just because I think the one on the right is just it's more unique. It's got, I mean, for me, it's more interesting because I think an awful lot of people will have that Anakin, won't they, in one form or another? And I like things that are a bit different, like my wife.
I hope she's not watching.
Predator on the right.
Did you just say what I think you said? Like, I like things. That was a good one. I really hope she's not watching.
No, she's not. No.
Or she might be making that face, the Ahsoka face, the angry face. What about yourself, Jim?
Bob kind of stumped me there because he brought up a really good point. Like, as an actual figure, the Predator, I think, is more striking, more interesting, from a technical standpoint, more impressive as well. But I think with me, just limited space, limited options, I would prefer the Jungle Hunter, just 100%. Like, I'll probably just only ever have one Predator, and it'll probably be him. If I was going to get a second, it'll be from Predator 2. So I would actually snap Prey Predator and keep Anakin.
Interesting. Now,
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
okay, we normally do three. But I think we're going to have to do 4. All right, so I'll go last on this one. Go back up to you, Phil.
Know where you're going, Shane.
Yeah. It's Phil go. There you go.
It was muted.
Sorry, I'd keep the Anakin. Snap
You get
2,000.
But you're not getting the. Oh, are you?
I'm getting
Okay, if it was a T800, would your answer be different?
Yes.
Okay, so you might be in a T800 and that'd be your representation, but you don't need the line.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is very fair. Yeah.
The Sarah Connor, if they released that as well, me.
Yeah.
I'd probably sway me, but.
What you think, Ian?
Yeah, exactly the same as Phil on this one. I would keep Anakin, purely for that reason.
Okay. What about yourself, Bob?
Snap Anakin, because in my head it's the prequels against Terminator.
That's pretty much how I simplify things in my head. Yeah. So yeah, there's no question. I'm going to snap Anakin here. And Jim?
Oh, I'd snap the T1000. I'd keep Anakin. I'd argue he's prequels versus Terminator 2, difficult one, but Anakin versus the T1000, who's more iconic, who's a bigger character.
Oh God, no! They're fighting words, man. Sorry,
Yeah.
not anyway with that one.
So.
That is crazy talk, man.
Don't forget,
Crazy
he's pre-Vader, right? So, you know,
he was 1999. Well, actually, you could 1999, and even this version wasn't 1999. This guy was what? When did you first see Hayden on screen? 2002, maybe.
Is that when Attack of the Clones came out?
Yeah, 1999
Is it that
was.
old?
1999 was episode 1. Because The Matrix came out the same year, and I think 2002 was Attack of the Clones, and 2005 was Revenge of the Sith. I think my dates are right. Might be giving it a year. Oh God, no! I definitely disagree with you there, but you've made your choice.
I have.
Last one. Phil.
She's fucking hot, even though it's a figure.
But you can't factor that into your decision making.
I know.
He's going to.
I can.
Who's got nicer hair, Phil? That's the question.
Sorry, Scarlet. I'm gonna snap Scarlet, Black Widow. Keep Anakin.
And keep Anakin. Anakin.
And her as well, yeah.
Yeah. Jim. Or sorry, Ian.
Oh, absolutely snapping Anakin. No way I'm snapping. Well, I would quite like to snap Scarlett Johansson, but you know.
That sounds aggressive.
He's back.
So which one would you actually get?
Was
As
that
in,
to
are
me?
you saying you get rid of Black Widow and keep Anakin, or?
No. I get rid of Anakin. I'm keeping Black Widow for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm the same because I have her on pre-order and I don't have. It could be the first. It's only the only Artisan figure I have in pre-order. Could be my first and last as well. Like, I think maybe the longer hair might be a bit easier for them to get right in terms of weighing it down. But sure, look, we'll see. What about yourself, Bob?
I sound like I've got a hate thing for Anakin, but I would snap him again. I really love this new figure, Black Widow, but I'm not getting it because I've got the Endgame one, and I almost feel bad for her if I replaced her with a younger model. She looks so much better.
Man, you've got all the jokes tonight. What about yourself, Jim?
Yeah, but
Oh, sorry, go on. No, sorry, Bob. Go on. You weren't finished.
no, it's actually I actually do feel that way.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Bob's a
Jim.
genuine guy. He's a genuine guy. I like it. No, I'm gonna snap Widow and keep Anakin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this Black Widow turns out because I think they've nailed the likeness of Scarlett Johansson, and I don't think they've ever really nailed the likeness of her. And if they get the hair right, which to be honest, I am skeptical. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to put a poll up in the chat while we're all here. And I'm just going to add it in here now. So the poll is, starting a poll. So the answers are simple. It's yes or no. Would people be interested in another Artisan giveaway after Anakin? This is probably a no-brainer, but that's in the chat there now, and we have another super chat. So we have a super chat from Jordan Skinner with a $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Good luck, everyone, getting Annie. Putting my hat in the ring, and you are added. The great thing about YouTube, it just keeps a track of every single super chat and the time and the date and the stream, the same as the super thanks. It's very, very easy to keep that record. Okay, so I would get rid of Anakin and keep the Artisan Black Widow. I think that's all 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're back to here. What haven't we discussed?
You got the Deadpool, the Vader,
That's it, isn't it?
and Anakin.
Cool, we'll go with the Vader first. You happy enough to go with the Vader?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So where is that Vader? This will probably be quick, I'd imagine. But Phil, what do you think? Give us your thoughts. You getting one to rock, one to stock? Are you flying over to Celebration? Are you getting all the grannies and queuing up for Secret Base and phoning up everyone from Lion Rock Toys to Toys Buying Agent to Jeremy Casa to calling in favors left, right, and centre? Yeah.
Unfortunately not, no, because I can literally do this with a red light and a blue light if I was going to take photographs. So it's a no for me. I think Hasbro Black Series did something similar for the London one, didn't they? They did like a red Vader or red tinged Vader for some reason. It's not for me. I mean, how much is this going for? Does anybody know?
No idea. No idea.
But it's too much of an iconic character to have one that's sort of multicolored like that. And I hope they don't go down the Iron Man route and start doing silly random.
We're already there, man. We're already there. Iron Man's been doing it for years. It looks like Spider-Man's doing it. Troopers are doing it. And Boba Fett's, there's a few of them going around.
Like it's a nice effect, but if I wanted to do it, as I say, I'd just shine a red and blue lights in the display cases.
Do you think this is just going to be a regular Vader with just red and blue paint lines on it of different shades?
Yeah, I can't
Is
see
that what it is?
I can't see. I don't think there's anything updated on there, is there? Unless it's the suit's leather.
Or
Which I
nylon.
can't see. Or nylon, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw this and I just thought, running out of ideas.
I mean, they
I mean,
didn't they do on the Disney Channel a Visions, like a samurai version? Surely they were better off releasing some of that rather than going for gimmicky things like
I've seen a few people
blue
talking
and
about
red
that.
Vaders.
I
I
think-
just don't get.
Figures and Fandom, he was talking about that on his show last night as well. It would have been cool to see that.
yeah, I've seen a few episodes of Vision. I saw that first one as well. I think the very first episode, I really liked the drawing of it, and that was pretty damn cool, man. So, yeah, look, it's 1,500. I think it goes back to Ian's point on this is probably the right type of figure to do this type of exclusive on, as in
With-
not many people want it.
With the Trooper, I would agree because of the cherry blossom side of it. But why didn't you make him a samurai Vader then?
Yeah,
I don't get-
because they might still be releasing one of them. You never know.
but, yeah, maybe I've shot myself in the foot there, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so though. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, 1,500 units. It's another exclusive. I mean, it kind of, I suppose, reminds me a bit like Empire Strikes Back, because you have the red saber of Vader and the blue saber of Bespin Luke, and that's actually. I know that Duel of Fates is probably technically the best lightsaber duel. But
I'd agree.
I think my favorite is actually Empire, because just what it means. It's their first face to face. He's way out of his depth. I love the atmosphere. It's dark, and you just have like some kind of, they had like dry ice and a bit of smoke going on there, and the clash of the red and blue, the good and evil, the light side and the dark side, and like it's made in like 1980. I know it came out in 1980, but it was probably filmed in 1979. And I for what it was, like I thought it was really interesting when with the effects they used and like the sound effects and the way that in a similar way that the Kenobi fight in Kenobi had that really atmospheric dark planet, and the red and the blue lightsabers just add something. It's very cinematic to watch. So I think it's probably my favorite duel, even though technically not the best. Yeah. Dogito was saying, do you think they would need the licensing from the anime studio as well? Yeah, I'd say I don't know how this stuff works, but I'd imagine if they're copying someone's style or basing it off an anime style, they'll need permission from the studio or the artist. They'll do whatever it takes not to put orange. Yeah, 100%. Like they have the mold for this. They print it out. They get a few people going, yeah, blue line there, yeah, yellow, red line there, yeah, grand, they'll buy it, and they will, because you have people out there who are just diehard 1/6 scale collectors, and it doesn't matter what they put out. They could literally, they could put out a trooper and print the shit emoji all over it and call it the shit emoji trooper, but people will buy it. I'm not wrong. There were people who would still be like, I need to have it, but why? It's like, it's that Jurassic Park meme. It's like, just because you could doesn't mean you should. Did anyone ever stop and think like you should after butching it? Isn't just because you can doesn't mean you should. I think the sentiment was coming across, but not very well. Yeah, I'll have that clip for next week. So no one wants this then.
No, it's fair play that they've tried something new, but it's
honest, Ian.
It's a crash and burn.
Give in to the dark side.
Hey, listen, this looks terrible. So, put this. Imagine this figure in your normal display, right, with your lighting. It's going to look ridiculous. Also, the paint on the pleather work, that bothers me. I think that's just a recipe for disaster. But
Yeah, that's fair.
it looks, yeah, seriously bad. I can't wait to see this in natural light and see how really bad it is.
I think I need that clip of the Emperor going, good. Now I'm just a little public safety for you now. You better watch your back, Ian, because after you've said that, they're all gonna come for you.
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
I'm telling you, they're all gonna come for you now.
That laugh gets me every time.
It is, yeah, and you know that's why I specifically took the short version. That's just for you, Jim. Okay, it's 1,500 and it's limited, and it's probably the right figure to do something limited like that. I just don't personally have any interest in it.
I'm intrigued to see how it turns out, but other than that,
Yeah, sure, I'll watch the reviews and see what the story is.
yeah.
And then I can always buy it on eBay for $2,000 if I change my mind, yeah?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So, just the poll there. This is so funny. This is proof that there's people hate watching. So from the poll, out of 29 votes, 93% say yes, would people be interested in another Artisan giveaway, and 7% say no. Ian, stop voting against me, right?
Who would vote against that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be shiny joking, because you know the way he is, or it could be someone like. I'd say it's you never know. Like maybe it's someone who is on the wait list for Anakin and their life depends on getting one and isn't getting one. So, all right. So the blogger photos on this. So this is the only thing that the only thing on this grid that I'm actually getting, and it's not said it's not bad. There's the Daredevil looks great. The Ahsoka looks great. I think the Grogu turns out it looks great. Yeah. So this here though, these are the blogger photos. We did talk about this last week. What was this? Was this 315? I think it was 315, wasn't it?
The only thing I'll say is you can tell he doesn't own that figure because there's no way I'd be spreading the legs that far apart.
Oh, must not make an appropriate joke, Phil.
I do apologise.
This
that poses for Black Widow.
Oh,
exactly.
God. This is. I'm gonna get cancelled, folks. I'm gonna get cancelled.
I feel like they get sent these figures for free, Phil. So
yeah. I'm pretty sure they get sent these figures
no
for
way.
free. The thing is though, like, okay, the same thing everyone else has said. The accessories for this belong with the clean one. If you're gonna do that, the thing is, it's even worse, Phil, because realistically, if you're gonna do that pose, if you're gonna commit to that pose, you're gonna have to do, if you want it accurate, you're going to have to put all the bone claws on the clean version. So at least if this gets stressed and it's the battle damage, you'd be like, it's battle damage. It's a bit worn. It's supposed to be a bit manky looking.
Yeah,
but like,
true.
if you do it with the clean version, it's going to be even more egregious. So it does look pretty damn good, though.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, like this is one I'm picking up. I think the head's. Do you know what was interesting? You know the way sometimes we talk about, like, this is actually a perfect segue. We're going to be talking about Artisan Anakin. We're going to finish off the show talking about Artisan Anakin. And there, I imagine the topic of prototype and degradation is going to come up. With the quick release ones, when you see the promotional photos, when they go for pre-order, the solicitation photos, because it's coming out for pre-order, typically that means it's ready. So are the blogger photos the exact same as the solicitation photos? The same figures, you know what I'm saying? Because this is out, like.
Yeah, so there's less time between it. So
It's already produced, yeah.
And the head sculpt looks just as good as the images we saw last week, which were the solicitation photos, and these are the blogger photos. That's like crying out to be a PNG there.
That looks so
yeah,
It is like perfect for a PNG.
that's some good rim line.
Yeah. The this here though is not very good at rim lighting. This one here, because as Ian said, Fusion were saying that the TVA doors are supposed to be lit up all the way around. This does look to be like their lightsabers, baselit.
It's going to be
I like that.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I like. Go on.
Doesn't bother me that Mine's was actually meant to arrive tomorrow, but it's going to be Wednesday. It got stuck in the infamous Charles de Gaulle airport again.
Charles de Gaulle,
So
where patience goes to die. I just know.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It looks great. Like everybody else, listen. I know for a lot of people this is the one Deadpool to have, but I would never sell the clean version again because you mix and match. The only grievance I've actually got on this is the crotch grabber. What they should have done was had the clear acrylic rod and with the single crotch grabber so it's see-through, rather than that horrible black in front of the TVA gateway. It's the only negative I see.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that head sculpt is pretty damn good, isn't it?
It's great. I'm actually thinking I'm going to... So, on the battling one I'll be wearing it, I'll have the half mask. I think I'm going to use this head sculpt for the trainee X-Men one from the second movie. I'm going to...
So do you
That's
have...
a good idea.
Will this be your third Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm the same, man. It's... Like... Yeah. Like, it's happening, but... It's... I don't like having that many of the same character, but then again, I do have a good few Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never have more than 3 Deadpools, that's it. I thought I would only ever have 2.
I'm clipping that.
No, honestly. It was the TVA gateway and the half mask. That's what grabbed me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to... You must share images of when you have that plugged in and when he's standing in front of it, because like if it's good enough I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll save the money and don't get the custom one from Hendra. I do like that I have the option to get it from Hendra, but yeah, I think does anyone else like has anyone got a TVA portal? Like you don't have any TVA portal, do you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know how much they cost. I bought stuff from Hendra before a good few times, but like
I think
it's
Zord
usually reasonable.
Zord had one, didn't he? Zord photography, did he? I'm sure he had one.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
This head sculpt is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is happening. Ian's in. I'm in on this. I think you were in on this. Were you, Phil?
Not yet. No, I really want all the accessories, but I haven't jumped on yet.
You can see the baselit there, can't you?
I'm
Yeah.
getting enabled.
Yeah, it's more obvious there.
See the TVA, the portal, the gateway, compared to the Fusions one, I think this, from a photo that I seen, the Hot Toys is the right size. I thought the Fusion one looked short in terms of height. I'm not sure if it was the photo, but it looked like the 6 scale figure was right at the top of the portal. Could be
Mandy's saying that she has one, but from Simon Kitcher. So that's not Fusion Reactors is Hendra. So Simon Kitcher, is he another customizer then? And then sorry, that question's from Mandy.
Don't know.
And sorry, what were you saying, Ian? Just the last part there I missed.
Yeah, it might have been the photo, but from memory when I saw it, there was a figure next to the Fusion one, and the figure was right at the top of the portal. So, whereas the Hot Toys one, it's a bit taller than the figure and more accurate.
Right. Okay.
But again, it might have been that picture that I seen.
Okay. And right. So I think it's time, folks, is it? This was 400 and... What did we say earlier on? $425? $415? $425?
I think it's 415.
You said.
Pardon?
415, I think.
$415. These are the blogger images from the newly released, highly anticipated and hyped Hot Toys 1/6 scale Artisan Anakin Skywalker. I'm gonna just let you chat about this. I'll maybe weigh in bits or last. So, does anyone on the panel actually have this on PO?
Nope.
Couldn't get it.
What a bunch of fake collectors!
Hey man,
God.
I was working when this went up. Didn't have the opportunity to jump in.
It just makes me sad. The clip's too long. Yeah, you were working. Did you not like take the day off, get several different devices on different browsers?
I did not. Ironically, I do have Black Widow on PO though, despite snapping her out earlier.
In fairness, she was. I'd say she'd be easier to get, like, because
Yeah.
I'd imagine Anakin is a more iconic character, I think. But then again, that's subjective as well. But okay, this image looks great. What do you think, folks? I'll flick through the images and you just talk about it.
I mean, I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, I watched your video on it, Shane. I think you're pretty much spot on. I mean, the thing is, it's still the best Anakin we've got, right? Like in 1/6 scale. I don't think there's one that beats it, at least from episode 3. I know the Attack of the Clones one is quite popular as well, so it's still the pinnacle of Anakin 1/6 scale figures, I would argue. I wonder if it's the facial expression. If we'd have had like a softer or a different expression from him, maybe that would have helped with the likeness slightly. And they kept the scowl for if they did a dark side version, because he almost looks dark side.
That's
from here.
What makes me think is that if you could get swappable eyeballs from somebody,
yeah,
you could
just
you'd
use them all.
literally have your you'd have your you could good
yeah,
point.
because that's what that 1/6 lover guy did. Because like you'll have 2 Maul sculpts, right? One sitting not in use unless you use both of them. That's what I would do, and then I just swap him out and turn him into a dark side Anakin. Obviously, he won't. No, he does have the scar, doesn't he? Yeah, that's what I would do. Because he looks quite dark side in it, whereas I think maybe a different expression might have suited this version slightly better. But
And
maybe
it's
that's
funny
too
how
much R&D.
This image here, like, that's supposed to be Mustafar.
Yeah, but he's already.
And by then he's as
turned,
dark side as it gets. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Yeah. I just think like the product. Go on, sorry. No, you go on.
I was just going to say, it's almost to me as if, right, we'll release the light side Anakin, see how well it does. Obviously, it's sold out. Once these are out of the way, I got a feeling we're going to get a dark side with literally different color eyes, and that is it.
Yeah.
Because there's everything about this is dark side Anakin, apart from his eyes. And I think everyone at the time of the release of this was sort of anticipating a dark side quickly after, which they didn't do. But I got a feeling once these orders are sort of out of the way, I think we're going to see it.
Is this promo sculpt, or is this the released one?
This is the promo sculpt. I've just turned my lights here into Sith mode. This like the this is the prototype image, and I don't think there's anyone. There might be people that think nobody is going to convince me that what we got is as good as the prototype. I think there's been not only a drop down, but a significant drop down. It's not gone. Like, I think this thing here, this is as close to, looks like a human. The hair is fantastic. The expression is fantastic. It looks like a human. I don't know if this is just like a master sculpt prototype that's just significantly better, and then they did some Photoshop trickery to really sell the figure and the hair and everything. Maybe they did, which is a bit unfair. Like the way, easy example is that they, on the solicitation images for Jedi and Siths, they have the lightsabers lit up and they look like CCFLs or Neo LEDs, but you're not going to get that from the Hot Toys. That currently what they're doing. This looks incredible. I was blown away by how good this looks. But if this is a 10, I think while the figure that came out is not an absolute failure, it's not a failure. I don't think I go and say it's a terrible figure. I'm not saying that. I just think that there is a gap between this, a significant gap between this and what we got. If this is a 10, I think the release is a 7 at best. And that 7, I think if I don't have a horse in this race. I don't care. Like, you know, if I was really, really manipulative, I'd be like, God, this is brilliant. This is a 10. This is great. You got to get this. Everyone wants this figure to get more super chats, to get more super thanks, to get the figure. But like, I'm not going to say that because I don't think, even though I'm giving away the figure, I don't think it came out as good as a prototype. And I think, it, like, again, if the prototype's a 10, this is a 7. There's also that, like, they really hyped up this Artisan line. And it's becoming more clearer and clearer that the only real difference seems to be the hair. And the one thing that they really got to nail, they haven't necessarily nailed on all the figures yet. Jack does look fantastic. The Joker, I still think there's too much hair on that head. And whereas I'm looking to the right, and I've got that INART 4-pack, and out of the INART 4-pack, 3 out of the 4 figures have great rooted hair. One of them doesn't have rooted hair because it has that fake clown, you know, the hospital one. It's got the fake clown, typical clown hair with the fake hair, and it's supposed to look fake. So it's like I didn't have to do anything to them. You know, I don't know. It is a bit. I'm just noting it because, like I said, I do have that Artisan Black Widow on pre-order, and I want to see if it turns out as good as the prototype. I'm hoping it's closer. I'm hoping the final product for the Artisan Black Widow is closer to the prototype than what we got from Anakin is close. But I'm being very, very conscious that there's been a lot of people online just saying this is an absolute failure, that this is shit, and this is terrible, and whatever. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, it looks good, but I don't think I wouldn't go any further. It's not a mind-blowing figure. And it's also concerning because the figure that I'm most hyped about, that I got most hyped about in 2024, was that Hugh Jackman yellow and blue Wolverine suit for multiple different reasons. And one of the reasons was the head sculpt is so goddamn good. So when that comes out, is it just going to be like, yeah, drop from a 10 down to a 7 or an 8? Because I think people who love Anakin, they're going to let their bias get in the way. And they're going to go, yeah, it did drop down, but if the prototype was a 10, this is a 9 or an 8. And I think maybe that's just because they love the character so much. With that being said, in the interest of balance, I've got the Doc Ock there behind me. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that head sculpt's a banger, because it is not. The figure, the engineering, the clothes sit very well. The engineering of the tentacles, I was so impressed by. You put the goggles on, or the glasses on, at best, at very best, with the glasses on, it might be a 7. It's probably a 6. But the figure is really, really cool. Do you know? So I get it. Because you like it, you're kind of going, okay, I really want that figure. And like when I turn around, it's like the way I have him posed up, and he's holding one of the spare fabric masks. It's really, really cool. Do you know what I mean? But
I think we can all say that with the Ahsoka as a prime example, because
100%. But what they have in common is the Doc Ock and the Ahsoka. They're not shit figures. They're not perfect, and you got to be honest. This one you got to be honest yourself. Like, you know, you really like the characters. I expected a bit more from that Ahsoka, and I definitely expected a lot more from the Doc Ock head. So I get it. Like, so I don't think it's fair to say that, oh, this figure is shit. But we could point out things. The hair, is darker. It's going to take a lot of futzing to get it looking anywhere like the prototype. I do think the face sculpt has softened, and I think it's absolute shocking the way those cheap bastards gave you one USB lightsaber and didn't give you the other one. That is cutting corners if I ever saw it.
That's the biggest thing for me, I think, the lightsaber. And again, Jack Sparrow Artisan, what you get with that all the accessories. It's leather goods. It's really
Yeah.
good quality fabric.
What bits are leather on that? Are the boots
isn't-
leather and the hat?
This is pleather, right?
Yeah, this is
so
pleather.
they've not even upgraded it from the original. So they've shortchanged you on the lightsaber, and it's still pleather. It's still a great figure. I'm not slating it, but as your premium line, you should be given the premium materials.
Yeah, because surely the
Yeah.
production costs must be similar for what you're getting in comparison.
You think so? They had time to
I'm
fix
just-
the pleather issue as well.
Sorry, all those points are interesting as well. I just want to get to this one here as well. People ran with this photo, and I don't think it was fair. The eyes are not lined up here. It's actually quite hard to get those single rolling eyeballs lined up. The parallel's better, but apparently the parallel had breaking issues, so they went to the singles. Like, it is difficult to get them lined up. However, if you're a photographer and a blogger, and it's your job, I don't know how it works, but they should be. That photo shouldn't have made the final cut, and I think that's something people latched on when it's like, okay, they're not fully lined up, but that's because the poser and the photographer made a mistake.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's enough to go, oh, the figure's terrible, it's cross-eyed, whatever. It's like, yeah, it's separate, it's single rolling
I
eyeballs.
think if you discount the eyes in that one as well, that head sculpt's probably the closest one I've seen to the actual prototype in terms of complexion and lighting. You know, if you want to make a direct comparison. So I think
This
we
looks
sort of
great.
missed a chance there.
This looks great.
What throws me off the most is the difference in the hair, and I think because the earlier prototypes, he obviously had the the more kind of realistic looking hair, and I just wonder if they when they're moving the proto about a lot, like we saw the picture of the sideshow one where the hair was it was a nightmare and people lost their minds, right? I wonder if this is just a reaction to shipping them in like large quantities of how do we keep this more consistent. So I wonder if they've put too much product in the hair now, in the sake of more people have similar looking hair out of the box. Whereas the previous one, I think it looked more natural, but it would have been harder for them to ship it like that and keep it looking similar batch to batch. Because for me, the hair's too heavily styled, I think. And I think that's what throws off the sculpt the most when I look at it anyway.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
That's an amazing pose there. I love that.
Yeah.
But that's a dark
Very
side Anakin though.
Yeah.
For me.
Mike has an interesting point here. Sorry, I want to move this so we can see it. I'm hearing figure of the year contender, but he's disqualified in my opinion since he's basically a hairy re-release. Yeah, because if you think about it, if you go back to the previous Anakin, like, what are the upgrades really? Okay, you've one USB light up saber. The outfit is more or less the same, I believe. Okay, you have hair, right? Rooted hair, whatever. But is the sculpt like night and day? I haven't seen a comparison yet. Because originally I saw, again, I've got to go back to this photo because this is like I gotta move this because this is just wow. This is just incredible. This prototype images, and I was like, okay, that's clearly a brand new sculpt. And I did hear some people saying, oh no, this is just the previous Revenge of the Sith Anakin sculpt with a new paint app. And I was like, no, that's nonsense. Get out of here. That's a ridiculous statement. But then when this came out, I was like, maybe. I don't know. Is it a completely reworked sculpt? I genuinely don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a new sculpt? Well, no one
It's a
Justin
new
never
sculpt.
uses
I had
this, yeah.
the dark side Anakin before. The sculpt's definitely different.
Okay.
Oh, from the older one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I'd say it's new from the older one.
Okay. He only has the Sith eyes in a few scenes, though. Throughout most of the battle with Obi-Wan, his eyes are not yellow. Okay. Did he come with a katana though? I had to. Sorry, I couldn't.
Let's fucking go.
We have got from Retro. Is that Spection? Retrospection? Yeah. Retrospection. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. These are it's Canadian dollars, I believe. $6.99 super chat. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Proportions and tailoring looks way better on this one, even if there's a downgrade. Okay, fair enough. Again, that's your viewpoint. Thank you very much. And of course, you're entered into this. It's like we're kind of like running this figure over the coals. And if you want to win this figure, yeah. Final thoughts, folks. I'm obviously I'm getting it, but I'm giving it away. But anyone getting this, or who has it on pre-order, who wants to get it?
I don't have it on pre-order, but if I did, I wouldn't be cancelling it based on the release.
Yeah, same.
Neither would I. Yeah. Ian, you don't have
Nope, no interest in this one.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to read some of these chats because people are Mike is like really hitting the nail on the head here with a few different things here. So he says, not giving a light up for the Dooku saber is a strange miss. I agree. Hot Toys Collector, I expected that the artisan line would be the same as the prototype because it isn't a normal release, but exclusive artisan from a normal release. I know the final would always be different. I'm not sure. I expected that the artisan line would be the same. I kind of
get what they're saying there. They're saying there shouldn't be a drop off with artisan because it's special, right? Whereas we expect it normally with normal releases.
Yeah, I think that's a fair. Yeah, that's exactly a fair. If you put something out there and hype it up like that, you kind of have to deliver. Yeah. But I'm aware that the community, I think what we're doing is we're providing constructive criticism, feedback. Whereas I do think people just come out and go, oh, this is shit. As in it's a 0 or a 10. Do you get me? There's like, what about the numbers in between?
Yeah.
Like, what about like...
Yeah.
Do you know
I wonder if they hadn't put up the prototype picture, whether the first photos we saw were the actual, these ones we're seeing now, whether people would have reacted so strongly. It's only that we saw that prototype. It's like going into Burger King and looking at the burgers on the pictures when you actually get it.
Like when you get a big man.
You have it sort of sets an expectation.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I just.
But how can they do it otherwise though? Like, do they not show
I don't know.
photos?
I mean, how did they make that figure? Was it, like you say, edited? It would be lovely to be able to see the two of them lit the same way. So if they could somehow bring that one in next to what the prototype was under the same lighting and effects, to see, you could tell then. But obviously they're not going to do that. So it's lit completely differently, and it's edited.
Yeah.
The prototype picture.
I don't think it's just the lighting, though. To be fair, now I definitely don't think it's just the lighting.
But I just think they made it look too good. They did too much to it, I think, and they just put people's expectations too high.
Why
wouldn't you use the same photographer? When everyone was raving about the initial release, surely it makes sense to bring the same photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dullboy is saying the head sculpt honestly looks like an entire different sculpt done by a worst sculptor trying to match the prototype. I honestly think the sculpt itself is a banger. What's more annoying is the lack of upgrades on the rest of the costume and the hair not looking great out of the box. Okay. There's one blogger who always have them cross-eyed. I think he did Ahsoka too.
That would be me.
Retrospection again. I'm kind of worried about my Winter Soldier and Moon Knight. Not gonna lie. Especially the Moon Knight. The prototype is one of the best 1/6 scale sculpts I've ever seen. I would 100% agree. But like now, like that looked like a picture of Oscar Isaac. Is it gonna turn out like that? Do you know?
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Trevor, 1/6 shooter. He is a panel member. He's usually a channel member, and very talented photographer. The hair will need futzing. My main issue is the shade. It's a little dark. I heard someone say on another stream that maybe that's the product, because it's a bit like whatever chemical you're using on it, and maybe over time if the product
it's like wet gel,
it'll get a bit lighter.
Like wet look gel.
Yeah. Just gonna go through some of these. Sideshow details say it's a newly developed sculpt. Thank you, Philly. I much appreciate that. Shane doesn't know how to promote. Yeah, I should have gone on here going, if you get this figure, your life will be better. Buying this figure, world peace, man. Yeah, no, I'm not. You're just, it's, Gavin Beard. If you don't have a beard and I meet you, I'll be so disappointed. I have it on PO, but I'm disappointed with the final release. I don't just buy it and sell it for $1,000. I guess if nothing else, you can get $1,000 for. Oh, I actually didn't read the second part of it. Yeah, and you know what, man? Like it's. I know people will give out about scalpers and stuff like that, and it's not something I do. But like, if you own something, you can sell it for whatever you want. Do you know? So, you know, I'm sure if you sell that for $1,000, you make $600 profit. Like, you can put that into your collection or book a holiday for you, or I don't know, whatever. It's yours now, man. It's yours now. I do have a beard, thank God. My fate in the universe is restored, folks. I think we're done there. Anyone else want closing thoughts?
Just out of interest, did anybody PO the INART 112? Batman?
Nah, I didn't in the end.
No.
Looks
I'm
great.
still arguing with myself about it, yeah.
I had to. 50 quid.
Your photo is going to be good at that.
That's
Look
very
at
good,
what's
isn't
there.
it?
Was it? Did you get the deluxe or the regular?
Deluxe, yeah. What's
£50.
bizarre? 50 quid. Well, I haven't had, obviously, delivery on top. And what was bizarre, through INART, it was 52 for the figure and 52 for shipping.
What?
No. So you went with what, kit or something?
Mad.
I went with kit, yeah.
That's mad.
Speaking of INART, Cawwill, that's right, in Irish, where is Cawwill. Cawwill Paul. No Paul Atreides.
Still.
Ian, did you get your Paul
Same.
Atreides?
Yeah, I've had it since what, start of January.
He
No,
just
no,
says
in
that's so
fact, it was
casual.
December.
So casual. It was December
Ian.
of 2023. Yeah,
Sorry, and it's beautiful.
radio silence, like, you
They've
know?
gone completely silent on any batches, actually, haven't they?
Yeah, man. So, but that's
And
what they do.
Joker.
They kind of go underground for like a few months and then bang, announce 3 or 4 things and release 3 or 4 things. But just before we go there, I just want to show the people I have. Let me get this. I will add all the people who super chatted who weren't already entered into the giveaway. So I think that'd be Mark Attack. Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you very much. Key Connolly, you're causing problems. Rogue One, you're obviously entered already. Moose Dream, I'm assuming you're in now anyway. Boba, yeah. Humble Collector, Jordan Skinner. So they'll all be recorded by YouTube anyway. So, and then finally Retrospection. So yeah, folks, greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so as soon as Sideshow get their act together, we'll be able to set a date on that, give that away. Who knows, maybe do another one. Anyone have anything they want to promote?
No.
Nothing sweet.
Cool. Right. We're out of here. See you, folks.
See you guys.